This is something that Australia has to reckon with, and we have been terrible at reckoning with any sort of hate-based crimes in Australia. One, because we mostly have politicians who keep telling us that hate-based issues aren't an issue in Australia and we don't really need to think about it. And two, because we're really uncomfortable with dealing with our own organically grown hate-based issues of racism towards Indigenous people. And if we recognise that, then we'd have to recognise everything. And that doesn't seem to be at a place that Australian society is at right now. We want the genocide to stop.
Happy New Year, I hope you had a great night. Happy New Year, I hope you're feeling alright. Happy New Year, I wish you fortune and luck. Happy New Year, whenever you get stuck. Happy New Year, I hope you find the solution. Happy New Year, to all of your resolutions. Happy New Year, I wish you all the best. Happy, I have some things to confess. Enjoy the setting sun and the clear blue waters. A few days off and return to your quarters. As you approach the end of your designated break and the weight sinks in of your likely fate. In the age of the willing and the voluntary slave, where nobody whips you and you get well paid, where nobody forces you back to your cell, you install the cameras and the mics yourself. You pay to upload your life to the cloud in case Big Brother starts to have doubts. This is occupied land, being sold off in portions to colonial scam through Landgate. Really, the name says it all. When you pass through the gate and answer the call to live a good life and to do the righty. Now the purse strings are tight and the stress is mighty. You gave your consent when you signed the contract. The bank didn't have it, you engaged the construct. The puff like magic money was created out of thin air by the bank as stated. Now it's time to build the house of your dreams, and before too long you move right in.
Australia was an outlier in not recognising Palestine.
Happy New Year, I hope you had a great night. Happy New Year, I hope you're feeling alright. Happy New Year, I wish you fortune and luck. Happy New Year, whenever you get stuck. Happy New Year, I hope you find the solution. Happy New Year, to all of your resolutions. Happy New Year, I wish you all the best. Happy, I have some things to confess. 25 years of your life is now spoken for. Year in, year out, it is what you'll be working for. While the gov scrapes 30% off the top and the amount that you owe keeps going up. Some would say that's the beauty of the variable interest rate. It's not like a deal that you make with your mate. You borrowed a 20 and you paid 20 back. This is not clear cut or as simple as that. From the time that you sign, the amount starts rising. It's a perk of the favour that the banks are providing. The magical money for the land that was stolen made it your way of life, now they're feeling emboldened.
Was the will of the people against a very big political bloc?
I was raised to believe that the two great wars were the last two we needed. People died, and what for? To pave the foundation of international norms, the sacrifice made to benefit all. But in my lifetime there has been endless war. So happy New Year, welcome to 1984. Now war is peace and they'll kill you to get it. You better censor your speech or you're going to regret it.
And then you saw Australia start to move from abstaining in votes at the UN.
New Year, I hope you had a great night. Happy New Year, I hope you're feeling alright. Happy New Year, I wish you fortune and luck. Happy New Year, whenever you get stuck. Happy New Year, I hope you find the solution. Happy New Year, to all of your resolutions. Happy New Year, I wish you all the best. Happy, I have some things to confess.
But the response to this from far-right figures, from the far-right media, from far-right elements in our political system has been basically to say the only thing to blame for these two crazy, deranged terrorists picking up guns and going and targeting a Jewish event at Bondi Beach is because the government did not crack down on Palestinian protests.
Or because they recognised Palestine in the UN, which, by the way, ISIS does not support Palestinian statehood or independent existence. Like, it's the most ludicrous argument.
Yeah, it is. And there's no evidence to see that either of these men ever stepped foot on a university. Cracking down on universities isn't going to do anything. There's no evidence that changing the definition to include criticism of Israel as being anti-Semitic would have prevented or made anybody safer. There's no evidence that they were part of the Palestinian movement at all. But none of that has mattered in the aftermath of this attack. Ever since October 7, what we've seen from the Labor government is a response that has been taking anti-Semitism seriously. There has been money, there has been funding. It's exceptionally difficult for anyone to raise issues of Islamophobia. There have been crackdowns on protests. There have been crackdowns on freedom of speech. We've seen academics, just public figures who have been had either grants taken away, have lost jobs, have lost work because they have been advocating on behalf of Palestine. So you can't say that the government swung in behind Palestinian protesters, and was just like, we're going to uphold all of their rights to freedom of assembly and freedom of speech. That's not what happened. I would say that most people would say that the federal government has been quite sympathetic to those who have been arguing on behalf of Israel's actions.
And arming Israel directly.
Yes.
Now the occupier is occupied by a foreign power, dictating our laws, getting worse by the hour. Happy New Year, not for the people in Gaza, in Lebanon, Syria, the West Bank or Somalia. As international law gets kicked to the floor, and the gifts of the sacrifice are trashed and ignored. When they talk about the great sacrifices of war, they mean of your children, their blood, and what for? As the occupied occupier surrenders its laws to a man who is wanted by international courts, representing his country's colonial plight, not a race or religion or historical birthright. With impunity and outside of international law, the law that our military both fought and died for. Today they ban more aid agencies from Gaza, 37 more, even Doctors Without Borders. They say jump, we say how high, and follow the orders. And when we were attacked by Indians for ISIS, they jumped on the chance, they say don't waste a crisis. ISIS are not aligned with Shia in Iran, or the occupied West Bank or Sunni Hamas. We're not motivated by protests for just because we recognize Palestine needs to be free. Happy New Year, I hope you had a great night. Happy New Year, I hope you're feeling alright. Happy New Year, I wish you fortune and luck. Happy New Year, whenever you get stuck. Happy New Year, I hope you find the solution. Happy New Year to all of your resolutions. Happy New Year, I wish you all the best. Happy. I have some things to confess. Now you cannot speak out against death and destruction. They have already assigned your future intention. If you speak to implore what is just and is right, then you are a terrorist and a hater of Semites. If you criticize Zionist political rhetoric, you can now be imprisoned for terror, great hatred. From the lucky country to wherever you be, I hope this is a good one for you and your family. Happy New Year, I hope you had a great night. Happy New Year, I hope you're feeling alright. Happy New Year, I wish you fortune and luck. Happy New Year, whenever you get stuck. Happy New Year, I hope you find the solution. Happy New Year to all of your resolutions. Happy New Year, I wish you all the best.